What's going on, traders? Today I'm going to be going over a simple, easy to understand, and easy to use strategy that can help you turn those maybe bad trades or break-even trades into more profitable trades, which will benefit you more in the long run. So guys, hope you enjoy this video. Stick around to the end and consider smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. So guys, I brought up WEBULL. Now WEBULL is the platform I use for trading, but there are so many other trading platforms out there. This applies to any trading platform that you can buy and sell stocks or shares of a company. Okay, now once you have your platform set up, whether it's Webull, Moomoo, Robinhood, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, whatever it is that you use as a trading platform, then that's great, right? Use that platform. Now, this is the next step here. This is where we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about trading horizontal patterns inside of a range, okay? Horizontal patterns within a range. Now, as you can see, I brought up Century Aluminum. This is a company I have traded in the past and was very successful on due to this horizontal pattern. Now, for anyone who is new to my channel, you would not know my trading style, right? We have over 7,000 subscribers now, and a lot of them know my trading style. So if you're new, my trading style is as follows. Okay, I like to buy low, sell high. I like to buy when it is in that support range area for it to eventually push up, and sell in that resistance range area. Okay, support is this green line where it bounces off of like a floor, and the resistance is this red line where it kind of bounces off the top like above a ceiling, right? And within this range is where I love to trade. I like horizontal patterns, which trade sideways, and I also like uh, upward direction, like this one, how there's just a continuation. If I were to draw the lines like this, you can see now there is a ascending pattern. Okay, this is ascending, which means it's going up and following an ascending pattern. I do not like to invest in companies that have a descending pattern. So if you see a pattern like this, where it's going down like that, that is not a pattern I want to be trading in, right? Because even if I buy here, it may never go back up to previous highs. It's a descending pattern. So with that said, just getting that out of the way, I want to showcase to you horizontal patterns and how it works. Now, what's great about horizontal patterns is history does tend to repeat itself. And what we're going to do is use alerts, okay? So with that said, you don't always have to be staring at your screen. Okay, let me talk about this real quick. Let me talk about this, okay? When you trade, the point of trading is to have a trading plan, understand where you're going to buy and where you're going to sell. Okay, those are the two most important things. Where are you going to buy and where you're going to sell? Where you're going to enter that position and where you're going to get out of the position. Now, there's two more important kind of criterias to know before actually taking the trade, right? One, you have your entry. Two, you have your exit. But now, what if the trade goes against you? You need to have a little risk management. So when you find your entry, we need to make sure we have a stop loss, something we're comfortable with, 1%, 2% stop loss, something like that. Some people do a 5% stop loss. I'd recommend about a 1 to 2% stop loss. Okay, so if you're buying a company for $10 and it goes down $1, that's a 10% stop loss. Okay, if it goes down to $9, maybe you take it down to $9.50, a 50-cent move. That is a 5% stop loss. 20 cents. It goes down from $10 to $9.80. That is a 0.2% sell off. Okay, so 1 to 2% risk. And then we want to understand, okay, where do we take profit? Are we taking profit at this all-time high? Or are we taking a little bit off the top and letting it ride? Are we selling full position, half position, quarter position? Okay, so those are things that you would want to know when starting out. Now, once you identify that, we're going to use alerts. Okay, so right here we have some alerts. I'm going to go ahead and delete them so we can start over. Now, say that we don't know, okay, let me start over. So let's say when you see it it's up here at $20. It's right at resistance. Do you guys see that right there? It's right at resistance level. So in my understanding, I would set an alert down below, let's say $20, okay? Or let's say 1950. So I'm going to set an alert at 1950, okay? If it goes below 1948, I will be alerted. And then I go on about my day. I'm going to go, hang out with the kids. I'm going to go make some lunch. Maybe it's early morning and this thing, I'm sitting down at my computer at 8 a.m. and it's here. Well, I'm not going to buy here just because, like, hey, I'm going to buy because I know it'll go back up. No, I'm going to set my alerts. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. We're going to wait to see what happens. Okay, look, it pushed all the way up. Do I buy? Maybe go for a breakout? Well, no, not on horizontal patterns. Unless you really know how to manage your risk, I would not trade breakouts, okay? Now, this would be considered a breakout. It's within that horizontal pattern. It breaks out, it comes back and retests, and then it shoots all the way up to 25. Now, it doesn't have to shoot up to 25, but it definitely could, okay? But that's not what we want to do here. We do not want to trade the breakout. So we're here, we're looking at it. It goes up, it comes down. Okay, it never really hit our alert, did it? So we don't even care about it. We don't even care about it right now. And then before you know it, it comes down, boom, ding, 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 hits your alert. Now what do? Okay, well, let's just adjust it now. It's on a downward pattern. Let's bring it down to maybe 1850. Okay, and again, this is an alert. This is just a single alert that's going to notify you on your computer or your phone when that company price hits the price for your alert. So here we go. It's still tracking. Boom. Way down here. It touches 1650. Your alert goes off. You miss the move downward. And now you're like, okay, what do I do here? Well, let me bring my alert back down. Okay, if it goes down past, say, $16, then I'll know, okay, well, maybe this is not a very good trade because it can go below support also. I want you guys to understand that it can go below support. Just because we drew a support level doesn't mean it has to bounce off of it, okay? But now that you hit your alert, you see a big green candle, maybe you want to take a small position right here. Maybe we buy in. We're going to use this as an example because we are in after hours right now. But if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow morning, then all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, smash that notification bell so you know when I do go live. Now, if that's too much trouble and you're up tomorrow, you're awake, the market's open, and you realize in the morning, yo, the market's open, Johnny Trades is live, just hop on over, guys. I go live every morning at market open. Whether you get alerted or not, you know where I'll be at 7:30 my time, right? When the market opens, at 9:30 when the market opens. So, if this is sound interesting to you and I'm catching your attention and you want to learn more, consider joining our YouTube channel. It's free, and watch some of those morning live streams. I get inside, you can get inside my head, kind of hear my thought process of what I'm looking for, what I want to trade, how I'm going to trade it, what's my take profit, what's my stop loss, and all of that. And you can even follow along if you want to, if you want to try to copy my trades, so be it. But I don't recommend that. Trading is risky enough. You should learn how to trade on your own instead of copy people. And so we'll leave it at that. So definitely check out the live stream tomorrow morning or any day, Monday through Friday. Okay, so say we buy at $17. All right, I'm gonna buy, my full position is 100. So I like to usually have about 100 shares because when it moves 1 penny, I get $1, right? So if it moves $1, I make $100, okay? So I like to have positions of about 100 shares. Now you could start with whatever you want, 50, 10, 1, whatever. But I like to do about 10% to start a position. So 10% of my 100 shares would be 10 shares, okay? So I'm gonna buy 10 shares at $17. So I'll set my limit, 10 shares, $17, good till cancel, include extended hours if you want, but you could always do regular trading hours. Okay, now I hit buy, okay? Now, if this were to come back down, right, because maybe I missed it, maybe I missed this little move, maybe we locked in the 10 shares, and maybe we didn't. Maybe it pushed up to $17.50, came back down and touched $17 on this candle. Boom, we get in at 10 shares. Okay, now we're in 10 shares at support. starts pushing up. We notice that it's starting to rise. Okay, it's going to get past that EMA line. All right, cool. It's a lot of consolidation here. Maybe we want to add a little bit more. So we're going to add another 10 shares at $18. Okay, so another 10 shares at $18. Now we got 20 shares at about $17.50. So our moving average goes up to $17.50, right? Because we bought at 18 and we bought at 17. So now we got 20 shares at $17.50. We're just coasting. And guys, check this out. What if we put our stop loss at 17? Okay, so there we go. Now our stop loss is at 17. Let's color this. What's a good color? Let's color it white. Okay, our stop loss is white. Our entry is 17.50. That's where we are. We're at 17.50. Loving it. Okay, it hasn't gone below our, entry, right? All right, boom. Now it goes to $18, $18.50. It crosses over. Now we're going to buy maybe 20 shares at $18.50. Okay. 20 shares at $18.50, bringing our other 20 shares that we have up to $18. So now we have an $18 share price, or average share price, but now we have 40 shares, okay, 40 shares, and then we're bringing our stop loss up, okay, now we're bringing our stop loss up to $17.50. We're already in the money, right, because we bought at 17, we bought at $17.50, we bought at 18, we're buying at $18.50, we're in the money, we already have money, and now it pushes up. Boom, huge gap up to resistance. And what do? We sell at $22, maybe even $20, $21, maybe even $22, guys. Okay, so we go over to sell. All right, and we have another alert set up here, right? So we have an alert at $20.50, right? Because it doesn't have to touch all the way up to that resistance level. Just like here, it got as close to 2038, and then it got rejected. Right, so we got an alert at 2050. Okay, so if it goes off next day, boom, ding, 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 it goes off, ding, 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 it goes off again, boom, we're locking in profits. Maybe we sell 20 shares at 21, we ride the other 20 shares up to 22, or maybe we wait and hold all 40 shares, right, up to 22. Now I could show you some other things like trailing stop losses, also how to increase your stop loss, right? So before this day's end, we're at $18. This is up to $18.50. Maybe I want to put my stop loss to $18. Now I have a stop loss at 18, so now I can't lose money on this. I can't lose money at all. We've already locked in profits. We have a good share price. We're holding, we're holding, we're holding. Boom, it pops up. What am I doing? I'm raising my stop loss now, which is now a take profit. So we went from a stop loss, which was under our initial entry price, to now it's a take profit above our entry price. And that's what's so beautiful about a stop loss. Now it goes up. Okay, we push up to 21. Maybe we go up to 21.50. We catch this in the morning, 21.50. We still haven't locked in profits yet. And then boom, it flushes. And guess what we do? We lock in profits at 21.50 from where? $18 average on 40 shares. We locked in over $160 in profits by buying low, selling high, and being patient. And guys, this happened within, I'd say maybe 5 to 6 days. If you're buying here at 17 on this day, you're selling on this day. So about 2 weeks. Okay, so about 2 weeks, you make a little under 30% profit. And guess what? You can do it all over again. You set your alert, right? The break above. You set your alert to break below. We want to make sure we can get a good price again, maybe $17 again on this company. So what does it do? We wait, we wait, we wait. It stays up there for quite some time. Huge flush back down. Boom. Gets triggered at 17. Maybe we're buying at 17.50, 18, waiting for it to push up. We have our little alert here, and as soon as it does, boom, our alert goes off right at this level, and we lock in profits again from that low to high, buying at 17, selling at 20, another 20% profit in about a week, okay, in about a week. So we can continue to do this over and over and over as long as there continues to be a horizontal pattern. Now, recently, Synex horizontal pattern has been broken. It did it once, twice, you could even say 3 times, and 4 times it had this nice horizontal pattern. We're gonna go ahead and delete these. And by identifying those horizontal patterns, you too can make money. And guess what, guys? We're back in that area again. Back in that area of potential upward momentum. It's above the moving average. It crossed over our 17 alert. Maybe we're buying a few here, 10% of our position comes down, you buy another 10 or 20%. Or if it goes up, you buy another 10 or 20%. But right now, this pushing from even 1560 to 17, that's a 12% profit. You buy at 1750 tomorrow morning, we ride this up to 20-ish, that's a nice 20% profit. Now, of course, there's risk at 1750 that this can come back down to 1650. It can come back down to $16. It can come back down to $13. Okay, now that would have been nice to buy at 13, sell at 17, 33% profit, right? So I hope you guys found a little bit of use and you're leaving this video with a little bit more knowledge than when you came in with. Okay, I'm gonna try to do my best to showcase and share more educational videos, because I know over the past few months it's been a lot of live streams where I'm in and out of positions. I'm showcasing my thought process. Why am I buying here and what do I think is going to happen? And then, of course, locking in profits and taking losses is all part of the game, right? I'm not profitable 100% of the time, but what I do best here is when I am in a good trade, I try to hold my winners longer. And when I'm in a bad trade, I try to cut my losers quicker. Okay, it's all about cutting those losers quicker, because you can make 10% profits in a week and then give it all back and some with one bad trade. And I've done it. Where I'm like, all right, I'm up 10, 20% this week. Cool, we're doing great. I'm gonna take one more good trade. It goes down. I give a little more. It goes down. It goes down. I'm like, I believe in it. I've been winning all week. I gotta win. And it goes all the way down, and I hold a little too long when, hey, I should have cut losses at 1 or 2%. That's why it's good to have a max stop loss, 5%. If you're holding companies and they're down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, then you're in trouble. You're going to lose a lot of money. And you need to take a step back, trade with less position size, and also maybe not even trade with real money at all. If you're losing 20, 30, 40% on every trade you take, then you need to reevaluate your trading strategy, reevaluate why you're doing the thing you're doing repeatedly over and over. Because remember, nothing changes unless you change. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing repeatedly with the same results, but think you're going to get different results if you continue to do the same exact thing. That's insane. There's nothing. You have to change in order to change. And if you're losing money, guys, you came to the right place, because I am a really good loser. I'm telling you, I'm good at losing, which ultimately helps us become better winners in this game of the stock market. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. It did run a little bit longer than I wanted, but I hope it was informational, educational, and it even inspires you to maybe take that first step into starting your own investing journey. Appreciate your time. Like always, remember to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember, let's all do our best by learning how to trade first, and then the money will come later. Appreciate your time. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you all in tomorrow morning's live day trading session and market open. Don't be late. Just kidding.